Hello again and welcome to another great episode of Public Praise TV. Today I have with me a great photographer turned author of a new book, My Daily Confessions for Kids. Welcome, Annette Grant. Hi Annette, how are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks for having me.
So tell me about your new book.
So this is, it's called My Daily Confession for Kids. And it's basically a confession that a child can say on a daily basis. And it's my way of trying to help kids instill the morals, integrity, values, and characteristics that we all want to see in our kids. My hope is that, as it was for my kids know it by heart now because it's something that we did every single morning before school. And so now they can say it, repetitiously without, even looking at a script of it. So what I wanted to do was to give that to other kids, to be able to just reaffirm themselves in the things that we desire for our children to believe, just first as people and as a whole, but also just as, we were growing them up into the things of Christ. So I think this is something that would help them to do that and instill those values as we want to build world changers.
Okay. What inspired you to write them?
It's funny, coming up in my church, when I first got saved, we had a confession. You remember we had a confession that we used to do, that our bishop at the time, taught us. Every Sunday we would repeat that. And I remember Sister T, his wife, said to us at one point to do this for our children as well, have a confession for your children as well. And this was a long time ago, but what I decided when I got pregnant with my first child is I said, I want my child to be different from your typical child in a good way. I just feel like in today's society, we're missing a lot of the values that we grew up with ourselves, and it's not because we don't want those values in our children, I don't think. I think it's just because we haven't taken the time, being consumed with everything else in life. We haven't taken the time to look for ways to instill those things. And this is just a way for me to be able to instill those values that I want to see projected out of my own children as they enter into society as adults. So when I was pregnant with Kyla, who is 7 now,
Oh, wow.
I said, I'm going to write a confession for her. And so I actually, it took me a while to do, but I had time. It's not like she was going to memorize it when she was at 3 months or anything. So I had a lot of time that I took to do it. I did a lot of praying and just making statements. I am a child of God. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am confident. Things like that, just to get her to believe in who she was and just making her bold for the things in this world that you might not necessarily be so willing to say about yourself in the society that we're growing up in. So it took me some time, and I did a lot of praying, and I cited a lot of scriptures, and I was able to come up with this statement where by the time she was 3 years old, actually, was the first time she was able to recite it. So my reasoning for doing it is simply because I wanted to build a world changer. That's what I said when I created it. And I thought this was a great way to start that process within my own child.
So you mentioned to me before in our previous conversation that you want to build an app and other types of media revolving around the book. Tell me a little bit about that.
So I decided, after talking with some people who are in the industry of media and film and those kinds of things, have a little bit more expertise than I have. This is new for me. But speaking with them, they said, in this society that we live in, a lot of things that we do are technically based. Although a lot of moms, I did a survey also, a lot of moms and godmoms, aunties, those kind of people, definitely wanted the hands-on approach of a book to hand to a child. But at the same time, a lot of people would like the access of having an app available where their child could read it on their own. So the app that I'm creating in the process will, you'll be able to turn a page just like an ebook, but it'll also have voiceover, which is Kyla's voice. And so what will happen is when they turn the page, they'll be able to press a button, and then the words will be highlighted as Kyla is reading it. so that they have a child to read along with them, but also show them the words, so it's like sight words that they can learn how to read while they're actually learning the confession. So it's a work in progress. All of this is a work in progress. I don't know when God's going to allow me to release it, but I feel like He's telling me to move forward in it. So every time I get that, that notion to move forward, then I just take the next step, and that's where I am right now. The book is all set to be printed, so now I'm working on the app to go along with it.
So what's the specific age range for the book?
I would say, people give books at baby showers because everyone wants to read to their child or wants to encourage reading at a very early age. So I would say from the time you start reading to your child, probably up to the age where your child can read on their own, which is about, I think, 6 or 7. So from birth to probably about 6 or 7 might be the target range for the book.
Okay, and then I have one last question for you. Here at Public Praise, we say that we are proud to proclaim and we're never ashamed. What makes you proud to proclaim and never ashamed?
I am proud to proclaim that I am a wife, a mother, photographer, and author, and I am never ashamed to believe in my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, thank you, Annette. It's great having you. How can we help you with your book, and how can we buy it?
Well, we're still in the beginning phases of it. So I do have a GoFundMe page going right now. Okay. It's gofundme.com/mydailyconfession, where people could actually prepay to purchase the book, and that would help me to get the funds needed in order to print the first run. We're hoping in the near future to actually be able to print and have it available for sale. So if you do the GoFundMe, then you automatically will receive a copy autographed by me, as well as a invitation to the book release party once I get all of those things set. Okay. So we're still in the process of getting it going, but that would definitely help me to have it released sooner.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Annette Grant. We'll be back with more Public Praise TV.
I am a child of God. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am confident. I have a good heart and a great spirit. Because God is my Father, I can do anything I set my mind to.